Hello, everybody. This is Betsy Wurzel, your host of Chatting with Betsy on Passionate World Talk Radio, where our mantra is to educate, enlighten, and entertain. The views of the guest may not represent those of the host or the station. Folks, you're going to want to listen to this podcast like you should listen to all my podcasts because I have interesting guests, and I have a very interesting guest today. And I'm going to tell you about my guest. Do you want to know about the light, the Divine Mother? Well, you're going to know today. My guest is Connie Hubner. She is a leading spiritual luminary. She is founder of Divine Mother Guidance and Healing and Divine Mother Church. She wrote the book, Divine Mother Healing, Vibrational Healing Tools for Your Body, Mind, and Spirit, with Sandra McKenzie. For the past 20 years, Connie Hubner has honed, refined, employed, and taught the vibrational healing tools that have been introduced to her via Divine Mother. And I want to welcome Connie Hubner to Chatting with Betsy. Welcome, Connie.
Thank you, Betsy. I'm looking forward to chatting with you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming on. I was just want to tell the audience, because we had talked about the book cover. Folks, I know I might be a little wacky because I'm into book covers, but when you see Connie's book, she's there, but there's like light shining in back of her, and it looks like it's shining down on her, and that's what she's about. She's about bringing light to us through the Divine Mother. And she's going to talk about how did you find the Divine Mother and what is the Mother Church?
Okay. So I really found Divine Mother by accident. I've always been spiritually inclined, and for many years I was a meditation teacher and taught people how to go inside, how to go within to gain the power and the riches that are waiting for us to uncover within ourselves. And one day I decided to be more proactive within myself. And I had heard, Jesus said many times, the kingdom of heaven is within you, and other great spiritual teachers, philosophers, and so on have said the same thing. So I thought, I want to find this kingdom of heaven. I want to talk to God. I want to ask a few questions and get some answers direct from the source. So I started every day taking some time, and I called it my heaven research, and just letting my focusing on my inner world. And at first, I didn't really have much of an inner world, and it was kind of just a dark, like being in a closet. And so nothing much happened for a month or two, but I did have persistence. And so every day I would spend about, I don't even know how long, 10 minutes to an hour. It depended. And I would just keep going within, and I would, like I said, nothing happened for quite a few days, and finally I said, Jesus, you said the kingdom of heaven is within. Show it to me. Well, nothing happened. I sometimes would get frustrated and say, what am I doing here? I'm looking for this inner kingdom. What's happening? And nothing would happen. But one day I saw a little sparkle of light in the lower vision of my inner field, and I thought, finally, something's happening. And I started to watch the light, and the light moved and showed me all the different kinds of things light could do, like turn into a million little points of light, or become a big wave of light, or just glow softly and faintly. And I was enjoying watching it, and I realized by watching it, I started feeling really good. So the next time when I went into my heaven research, and nothing happened, I called on the light. I I started to say, light is filling me now. More light. I'm bringing in the light. And when I called on light, it came. And I started doing that daily. And then I got the big idea, why don't I see if the light's going to work on somebody else? So my husband was the perfect guinea pig for my experiment. He would come home, and he would be tired and out of sorts, a little irritable, and just from a day's work. And so when he came home one night, I didn't say this out loud, but I said, the light is pouring into you. More divine light is filling you. Again and again, divine light. And I kept saying that inside, not to him, but not out loud. And sure enough, in about 3 to 5 minutes, he shifted completely. And I thought, I've got something here. This light is powerful. And so I kept using the light. I kept watching it when I was doing my research, and then other things would appear to me, other experiences. I call them energies. Divine love started to appear. Then I even had an experience of something I call divine truth. And they were all different energies, and I learned how to bring them into me and to bring them into other people simply by saying, divine love is filling you now. So that is how I kind of built up to meeting with the Divine Mother. And one day as I was working with light and watching light, this huge wave came up and started to display itself to me. The big wave broke into 2 waves, which then broke into 4 waves, and then those 4 waves started to interact, and I saw like little currents of light going off in different directions and then coming back, and it was just an amazing, very intelligently orchestrated expansion of light. And at one point I said to this light, I said, who are you? And the word came back to me just inside of me, I am the Divine Mother. I am creating the universe. And I was just awestruck. I mean, I was like, oh my gosh. Because, the phrase in Genesis, let there be light. And then everything springs out of light. So that was just one little affirmation for me, that what I had heard within was true. And so then I just decided, okay, I want to learn from the Divine Mother. I want to learn from this wise, amazing creator that actually happens to be a mother. So I started just signing on. I started learning, reading everything I could about Divine Mother expressions. Of course, the Divine Feminine is really coming on strongly now in the world, and its influence is the power of love, the power of creativity, the power of peace and joy and nurturing, nourishment, all the things that our world, family, really needs, because we've become so disconnected and separated from each other. And also, I might add, separate from God, separate from the divine. And what I've been learning as I've studied with Divine Mother and about Divine Mother is that the Mother wants to unify. She's coming now to bring her family together, bring our world family together, so that we stop fighting with each other and not only feeling separate from and isolated from each other, but stop feeling separate and isolated from the divine. She's a very hands-on divine expression. And when people ask me, who is Divine Mother, my explanation is this. The Divine Mother is it's the unity of the Mother, Father, God principle, Mother, Father, God in balance. And yet our world is now out of balance. And so the mother aspect of that unified principle is coming forth now to bring her children back together, to activate the love that can truly solve our problems. Because, well, I'll just add this. Love isn't just an emotion. It's an incredible creative power. It's the power that keeps the planets orbiting in their spheres. It keeps our bodies alive. It generates the life force for the whole creation. So anyway, I'm on board with Divine Mother, and I realized that these vibrational tools, the divine light, the divine love, I have developed into a method so that people can use it to heal themselves and heal others. And I've been using these their energy, their vibration, their tools that can be used to heal us, heal our hearts, heal our relationships. You can use them to heal your finances. I've been working with these tools for about 25 years now, and countless people have noticed very significant changes and even awakening experiences. But on a practical level, shifts in their very practical everyday life, the typical problems we have, which are often our health, our family, our friends, the relationships we have. Of course, money is a big problem for many people. And by working with the energy, you can actually heal the problems, change them, move the energy to create what I call a divine blessing. But you can activate that. So I'll let you ask me a question.
That's fascinating. That really is just it's awesome. So then you wrote the book to help others.
Yeah, I
heal.
wrote the book. Right. I wanted the book to be. It teaches other people how to do this, because for all these many years I've been doing it for people. And I finally realized I want people to just be able to do this for themselves. I have trained a lot of people how to do it, but the book now can reach many more people. And it's really a how-to book. It's like a manual, and you can read through it. The first 40 pages is my personal story of how I met Divine Mother, and then the rest of it are chapters that say this is how to heal a particular situation, and then the tools are there, and there's a sequence you can use them. You can use them on the run, like just quickly in a few seconds, or you can use them over a longer period of time and sit down and read the longer sequence for an hour and really get a very deep and thorough healing from it. So that's what the book is about. It's to empower people, because so many people, things happen in our world and we feel so helpless. Even right
True.
now with the Ukraine thing, we feel helpless. What can we do? How do we assist? How can we? And many people throughout the world are assisting in beautiful ways, but we can also assist just by sitting in our own home and saying divine light is pouring into Ukraine, more divine light, more and more divine love is flowing in. And it's amazing how not only have you done something really good for the world, you have also done something really good for you. You feel like, okay, I'm not helpless here. I can send some powerful energy there that will help those who are on the ground and who are working with some kind of a conclusion to this war. It'll help empower them. So,
Connie, can you give some examples of how someone can use the tools? Like, is it meditation to meet the Divine Mother?
Yes.
Is it saying certain words?
Yes. Okay. I teach a class, actually, where I teach people how to communicate with Divine Mother, because I've learned how to communicate, and I'm really very self-taught. And by being self-taught, I know how to do it. I honestly know how to do it and can teach other people. I've taught hundreds of people. And let me just give you, I mean, if you want to try it now, and maybe your listeners can try it, I'll give you the first few steps. So, first of all, you get yourself settled, and I recommend using the tools to clear the blockages in our system that disconnect us from our heart, because the Divine Mother resides in our hearts. So I have healing tools that break the blocks. One of them is just a simple go into the light, because many people don't even know where their heart is. I recommend people breathe into their heart, but if they find tension and tightness there, that's a block. There's something blocking the accessibility to your heart. So I always tell people to begin by breathing into your heart, softening there. These are subtle energy instructions. Breath is vibration. Breath is energy. Breathe into the heart and then soften, which is an intention to relax, to open, to expand. And then simply say, Divine Mother, come forth. And then hesitate, wait, give her a chance to reveal herself. Now, she usually reveals herself as an energy, because she is an energy. So say again, Divine Mother, come forth, and then wait, soften. And what you're going to look for is maybe a warmth or a shift. Often people experience a deepening or some kind of a physical thrill up the spine, or just a depth of silence. So let's try it again. Soften. Did you notice anything?
I feel a little more calmer, actually.
All right. Yes. That's a very common experience. When you invite the divine, she settles us down. She calms us. So let's just try that again. Again, we'll say, Divine Mother, come forth. And then soften, wait. And what do you notice?
I feel even more calm. Now, I don't even, yes.
Beautiful.
It's amazing.
So now I want to give you,
go ahead.
The next step is, say to that calmness, and you say it silently, not out loud, because you're working within, are you Divine Mother? And then wait again and notice the response from the calmness. Does it shift, change, deepen?
I always feel like I'm floating. Like there's a floating, like a
floating,
like
right.
yeah, like a calming floating.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you're talking to an energy, and the energy is giving you a response. It's giving you a yes or no answer. And anything that indicates expansion is a yes answer. It sounds to me like the floating is a little bit more of an more than just being calm. It's like a bigger calm, a lightness, if I could put those words on it. So would you call that expansion, that floating?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I have to ask you this, Connie. Do you have this might sound like a silly question, but the Divine Mother Church, is that a building or is that within each person? Or is that a instruction that you have?
Yeah, we do have a building. I live in Fairfield, Iowa, and there is a building where we have the church. And there, I do church services every Sunday morning, and right now it's on Zoom. We also will be celebrating Easter, and we celebrate Christmas. We have we celebrate the bigger holidays. But I also do my energy healing work there. So I have an office there where I do the energy healing. I also have a room where I teach classes. But actually, this is a very small town, and I have more people in the classes on Zoom because we can bring in people from around the world, and definitely around the North America. So yes, that's what I have. Let me just go back to one thing because I want to finish this up. So you've noticed the expansion. You got a yes answer when you said, "Are you Divine Mother?" And then the next thing that's important. That's why I want to make sure I include this. It's very important that you make sure this is coming from the truth, that this isn't just your mind, or it isn't some wayward spirit that's decided to jump in and mess with you. You want to make sure it truly is the Divine Mother of the universe. So the third question is, after you say, "Are you Divine Mother?" verify that it is her, and you got the expansion, which was the yes, that floating experience. And then the third thing is to say, do you come in the name of the divine truth? And you, again, so even just ask inside, do you come in the name of divine truth? And then wait, soften, notice the energy. Do you notice anything?
Yeah, I feel really peaceful.
Right.
I feel very calm and peaceful. I mean, I have to tell. Yeah, I mean, every time I do an interview, I do get stage fright. And I'm always afraid, get nervous, the connection's going to drop, or if I'm going to make a mistake.
Right.
But after doing this with you, Connie, I feel so calm and so relaxed, like not nervous at all. Like my nervousness just left.
Right.
And I'm even coughing less. I have stress-induced asthma, so sometimes when I do a show and I talk a lot, I start coughing. And it's just, that's incredible. Thank you.
You're welcome. And so what's happening is you're experiencing the Divine Mother. And that third question, do you come in the name of the divine truth, was just a verification to you that you are connected to this divine energy, this most expansive, powerful energy in the universe. And it's calming you. It's because it's calming you because Divine Mother is a part of you, truly one with you at the deepest level. And it's beautiful that it's calming your cough. If I could just say, many people who I work with who have physical issues find that when they start connecting with the Divine Mother regularly and receiving the Divine Mother healings, those physical problems diminish and often go away completely. So,
wow.
Beautiful.
That is incredible.
So anyway, that's a taste of what's available.
That's amazing. Connie, how can people go onto your Zoom meetings and take a course or follow you?
Well, I have a website, divinemotheronline.net. divinemotheronline.net. So they can go to my website, and right there on the home page, they just scroll down a little bit, and they'll see all the different offerings. I teach three classes a week, and there's a Zoom one, and then the other ones I use Instant Teleseminar, which it's audio only. The Zoom, of course, can be video or audio, and that's once a week. And every other Saturday, I do the Instant Teleseminar ones every other Saturday. Oh, every Saturday, actually. I do them every Saturday, but I wanted to tell them that every other Saturday is free. So we have a lot of free offerings because we want everybody to be able to participate without, whatever their income is. And and then the classes are on the website too. You have to look for classes basically. And one of the classes, it's actually coming up. I'm going to teach people how to talk to Divine Mother. It's called Dialogue with Divine Mother. And there's also, you can go to our webpage, dialoguewithdivinemother.com, to learn more about that particular class. So you can engage with Divine Mother. And I really encourage you to, because it's a wonderful experience. And
yes, from what I just experienced. Yes, what I just experienced. And your book, Connie, that's, I know, available on Amazon.com.
Right.
And go ahead. I just think it's fascinating.
It's Divine Mother Healing, and the book is about using these tools, because when you use the tools, you clear yourself enough to be able to receive Divine Mother on a very regular basis, to be able to, experience her, ask her to help solve your problems, guide you. She's a very hands-on mother. She's not like up in the sky away from us. She wants to be intimately involved in our lives, no matter what the problem is. She wants to be able to help you get through it. And this world can be very challenging. Many people have been wounded during their lives for different reasons. And she's very interested in healing the pain, the wounds, the shame, the terrible sense of unworthiness and lack of self-value that many people carry, as well as the physical issues that often come as a result of internal conflict and belief systems about ourselves that we're no good or bad or something like that. Because she says we're all good. We're all expressions of the divine. And she wants us to experience that, not just intellectually know it, but to have the inner experience of our divine heritage, our divine self. So
yeah, that is beautiful. I do have to ask you this, Connie, because some people might be asking this question, so I just want to make it clear. People think Divine Mother, they might think of Mary, Mother of Jesus. Is this the Divine Mother, is this referring to Mary or not?
It is referring to Mother Mary, but it's not just referring to her. The Divine Mother is worldwide, and she has a different name in many different cultures of the world. She's the mother of the world, truly the mother of the universe. And so if she's not known by Mother Mary in, say, the Buddhist culture or the Hindu culture, even the Jewish culture. So I'm saying the culture in terms of the geographic as well as spiritual orientation. So when I say Divine Mother, I'm actually talking about that overarching energy that is the mother energy of the universe and appears in the different spiritual and cultural traditions of the world by different names. So, yeah, so that's what and when I do my healings, I always invite the Divine Mother in all of the names. I shouldn't say all because I don't even know all of them. Historically speaking, there were many expressions of the Divine Mother. However, I make sure that they come in the name of the divine truth, so that they come in the name of the highest power, the highest presence in the universe. The divine truth is that we are all one. We are all one unified world family. And so I want to invite mother expressions that recognize that. And they're beautiful. They don't have separation. Like I'm from this religion, I'm not from that religion, so don't bother with me. It's all about unifying, really with love. I mean, love is the great unifier. And of course, Mother Mary is very enlivened and awake in the Western culture, and she's very hands-on. She doesn't want people to think she's up in the sky sitting on a cloud. She's down here with us, helping us through our day-to-day issues, and wants to be a part of our everyday life. Do you want me to give a message? I could give a little message from the Divine Mother.
Oh, sure. I just wanted to ask you that question because some people might think, well, I don't believe in Mary or praying to her, so how could I get in touch with the Divine Mother that I would like to, but without, going, like if it's against their, like someone, for example, who's Jewish is not going to believe, Mary. Yeah. So then what does someone, do in that situation?
Okay. So basically you just call on Divine Mother. There's a Jewish name for the Divine Mother, Shekinah, that I always invite. Anyway, let's see. So again, do what I did with you just now. Soften in your heart and say, Divine Mother, come forth, and then wait. And that's the Divine Mother. That's the mother expression the birther of the universe. The beautiful thing about mother, the divine feminine, is they give birth. And so this mother has birthed this whole universe. There is another aspect of the Divine Mother, which is the silent, unbounded source of everything. Sometimes it's called the transcendent. Sometimes it's called in science by the unified field. And that's also the Divine Mother, the silent, quiet aspect of the divine. Now, these are names. That silent aspect has been called by other names as well, again, depending on someone's historical and cultural reference. That's why I'm using the term Divine Mother, because it's divine. It's this, beautiful, sacred expression of life. And it's also extremely loving, compassionate, creative, nurturing, nourishing, wants to promote life in all of its varied expressions, and truly wants to intimately wants to promote our life. Each of us individually can have an extremely personal and private relationship with the Divine Mother. And she's really there. She's ready to offer you that, not only for comfort, but for guidance and help in every challenge of your life. Does that help?
Thank you. Yes, it does. Thank you, Connie Hubner, so much for coming on Chatting with Betsy, writing your book, and for helping others, to help others heal and to, be whole and loving. I don't think it's a coincidence. I have to say this to the audience. All of a sudden, I don't believe in coincidences. We meet people who we're supposed to meet, right? And I believe I interview people that I'm supposed to interview to help myself and my audience. And I think you're the fourth person within 2 weeks that I have interviewed that is about light and healing and love. And that's not a coincidence, folks. It's meant to bring you this, because especially in today's world, don't we need light, love, and healing? I mean, we need it. Definitely.
Desperately we need it.
Yes, desperately is definitely true. And I just want to thank you for coming on and sharing what you do. And I want to tell the audience, please read the blog that Jeannie White, station manager, writes. Thank you, Jeannie, and she produces the show, because the information on how to contact Connie Hubner, how to get onto her Zoom and her courses will be in the blog. So make sure you read the blog. And I want to thank Lillian Caldwell, who is CEO, Passion World Talk Radio, makes this all possible. And I want to thank the listeners for listening. Please share this podcast to help other people. And if you missed any of it, you can catch it wherever you hear your favorite podcasts. You will find Chatting with Betsy, and it is free to subscribe. I'm on Spotify, Spreaker. I'm on like 20 to 25 different outlets. So I am out there, and please subscribe and tell your friends about Chatting with Betsy, because I'm here to help people. That's the reason for this podcast, is to pay it forward and help other people. That's my mission and my vision. And I'm very blessed to be able to do it. And I had to thank Jeannie White and Lillian Caldwell for this wonderful opportunity that I so appreciate, and I don't take it for granted. I really enjoy what I do, folks. And thank you so much for listening and downloading, and the wonderful guests that I have on, and you're one of them, Connie. Huebner. Thank you so much for coming on. Folks, go on Amazon.com. The name of the book is Divine Mother Healing, Vibrational Healing Tools for Your Body, Mind, and Spirit. And go on Connie Hubner's website. I will repeat it again, divinemotheronline.net and dialoguewithdivinemother.com. And it will be in the blog. So, again, please read the blog because a lot of important information about the guests. And I want to thank everybody. You know, that's where, like, you know, there's the information there. And, you know, something free every other Saturday, to me, that's a no-brainer. I like free. I don't know about anyone else, but to be honest, I like free things, especially in today's economy. Yes, I will check out anything that's for free and see if I like it. That's the way to, you know, to try it out. So thank you for that, Connie.
Yeah. Well,
this is
Beth, can I just say, we have on our menu, we have an item called free, and there are a number of things you can get free. You can get some of these vibrational tools for free. You can get some of my past recorded broadcasts for free. So there's a lot of free stuff on my website.
Oh, awesome. And which, or is it both of them, or the Divine Mother Online.net?
The Divine Mother Online.net.
Okay.
DivineMotherOnline.net. The other one is actually a course that has a fee. So DivineMotherOnline.net has the free things.
Awesome. You heard that, folks. I would check it out. I definitely would. Well, thank you so much, Connie. Thank you for your generosity and offering things for free. I know a lot of people would appreciate it. I know I do. And so thank you so much for having a kind, generous heart. And it shows through. Folks, in a world where you could be anything, as I always say, please be kind. This is Betsy Wurzel, your host of Chatting with Betsy on Passionate World Talk Radio. See you later, folks. No, I shouldn't say see you later. I'll chat with you later. I don't do video. So chat with you later, everyone. And, it's going to be St. Patrick's Day next week. To all who are Irish and those who aren't, have a happy St. Patrick's Day and enjoy eating whatever you eat, corned beef cabbage, Irish soda bread. And, this year there's going to be parades, so that's nice. There hasn't been a parade in a while. So enjoy, everybody, and be kind and be safe. Take care now. Bye-bye.